to us, but now the vision of the kingdom appears not which the Duke's he values most. The king is coming.
Attend to the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester. Meanwhile, we shall express our darker purpose. Hand me the map here. Know that we have in three divided our kingdom. It is our fast intent to shake ourselves of any care of business and conferring on our younger selves, as we unburden and crawl towards death. You, our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany. 'Tis a constant in this hour to publish our daughter's several dowers, as future strife may be prevented now. The two great princes, France and Burgundy, long in this court have made amorous sojourn. These are to be answered now. Now, my daughters, which of you doth say you doth love us most? And may the largest bounty extend to where nature doth merit challenge. Now, what say my daughters? Now you, Goneril, eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than word can wield the matter. Dear than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare. No less than life, with grace, health, beauty, manner. As much as child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech enabled. Beyond all manner of so much, I love you.
Ah, to thee I give from this line to this, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, shadowy forests. I give to thee, may thee and thine hereditary ever. Now, Regan, speak.
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find she names my very deed of love. Only, she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone full to take, in your dear highness's love.
To thee I give a far ample third of our kingdom, no less in space, validity, or pleasures that conferred to your sister Goneril's. Now, our last, and certainly our least, the vines of France and the milk of Burgundy strive to be interested. Our youngest daughter, Cordelia, speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty, according to my bond. No more, no less.
Mend thy speech a little, lest you mar your fortunes.
Good, my lord. You've begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Happily when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty.
But goes thy heart with this? Why so young and untender?
So young, my lord, and true.
Well, if truth then be thy dower, by the sacred radiance of the sun and the mysteries of Hecate and the night, I hereby disclaim all paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood. As a stranger to myself and I hold these for this forever.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
Now, Burgundy, we first address towards you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter. Now, your dower be present, or cease your quest of love.
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offer, nor will you tempt us.
Right, noble Burgundy, we did hold her so when she was dear to us, but now her price has fallen. There she stands, for aught a little seeming substance. She is there, she is yours.
I know no answer.
Unfriended by the kingdom, new adopted of our hate, take her or leave her.
Pardon me, royal sir, election makes not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. Now, friends, I would not from your love make such a stray. I match you where I hate.
This is most strange.
I yet beseech your majesty that you make known it is no vicious plot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonest step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor. But even for want of that, for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue, that I am glad I have not, though not to have it, hath lost me in your liking.
My liege.
Better thou hadst not been born than not pleased me better.
Is it but this of hardiness in nature which often leaves a history of unspoken intent? My lord of Burgundy, what say you, Toby? Love's not love when it's mingled with regards that set the roof of the entire point. Will you have her? She is a self-renowned.
Royal king, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing! I have sworn I am firm.
I am sorry then, you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy, since that respects and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich being, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. The end thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful I take up what's cast away.
Thou hadst her, friends, let her be thine, for we will no longer see that face of hers in this kingdom ever again. Therefore, be gone!
Good, my liege.
Not be between the dragon and his wrath, Kent.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master father, as my great patron, thought in on my prayers.
Kent on thy life no more.
Let it fall, brother, for the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. Preserve thy state, and thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. The youngest daughter does not love thee least.
Kent on thy life no more.
My life I have held but as a pawn, to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being motive.
Now by Apollo!
Now by Apollo, king, thou swearest the gods in vain.
O vassal miscreant!
Kill thy physician, and thy feet bestow upon this foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or else I can still bend quiver from my throat. I tell thee thou dost evil!
If thou hast seek to break our vows, thou hast succeeded. Now I do allot thee 5 days for provision, and on the 6th I turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy hated back be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away, by Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Freedom of tent and banishment is here. The gods to the dear shelter take thee maid, who has most justly said and has most rightly thanked. And your large speeches may your deeds approve that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Come, noble Burgundy.
Farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. Love well our father.
Prescribe not us our duty.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you of fortune's alms.
Come, my great lord.
Sister, I think our father will hence tonight. You see how full of changes his age is. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he hath now cast her off, appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash.
Such unconstant starts are we, like to this, and this Kent's banishment.
Pray you, let us sit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us. We must do something, and in the heat.
Thou nature art my goddess, to thy law my services abound. Wherefore I should stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines like a brother? Why bastard, wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as honest man of issue? Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. A father's love is to the bastard Edmund, as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my adventure thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods, stand up for bastards!
Hence banished us? France and cold departed, and the king gone tonight, prescribed his power, confined to exhibition. All this done upon the gad. Edmund, how now? What news?
So please, your lordship, none.
Why seek you so earnestly to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No, if it be nothing, I shall not need my spectacles. Come, give it to me.
Beseech you, sir, pardon me. This is a letter from my brother that I have not yet that all overread. For so much that I have perused, I find it not fit for your good.
Give me the letter, sir. This policy in reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times. Keeps our fortunes from us, so our illness cannot relish them. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother. Come to me that of this I may speak more. Edgar. Sleep till I waked him. You should enjoy half his revenue. Heaven, when came you this? Who brought
Found
it?
it in the casement of my closet.
And you know the character to be your brother's.
It is his hand, my lord, but I hope his heart is not in its contents.
Has he never before sounded you in this business?
Never, my lord, but sons at perfect age and the father's decline. The father should act as a ward to the son manage his revenue.
Villain, villain! He's very good in the letter. Abominable villain, Edmund, seek him out, I pray you.
Do not know well, my lord, but if it shall please you to
suspend your indignation against my brother, you should run a certain course. If honor is judges meant, I shall place you where you shall be our for others, and with auricular assurance, have your satisfaction.
My son cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not sure.
To his father, that so tenderly and entirely loves him, heaven and earth, Edmund, I pray you, seek him out.
I will seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business as I shall find means, and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses in the sun of moon pretend no good to us. Love cools, friendship falls off, brothers divide, in cities, mutinies, in countries, discord, in palaces, treason, and the bond cracked twixt son and father. Reaching the best of our times, Edmund. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders follow us disquietly to our graves.
This is excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, we make guilty of our disasters, the sun, the moon, and stars. And pat he comes like the catastrophe of the old comedy.
How now, brother Ed? What serious contemplation are you in?
Come now, when you saw my father last.
Night gone by.
Spake you with him?
2 hours together?
Parted you in good terms? Found you no displeasure in him by word nor countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself where you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence, until some little time hath qualified the heat of his pleasure, which at this time so rageth in him, that it would scarcely allow.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear. I say, retire with me to my lodging, whence I shall freely bring you to hear the Lord speak. Pray, you go. Here's my key. If you do go abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother?
Brother, I advise you to the best. I have told you everything I have seen and heard, but faintly, nothing like the image of Corbett. Pray you, away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harms that he suspects none. On his foolish honesty, my practice is right easy. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit.
One gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights will ride us, himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I am sick. Speaking out, I hear him. If he distaste it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know and that are one not to be overruled. Idle old man, that still will manage over those authorities that he hath given away. Remember what I have said. Well, madam. And let his knights have colder looks among you. What grows of it, no matter. Advise your fellows so. I'll write straight to my sister. Hold my very cool. Prepare for dinner.
If but as well as I other accents borrow, that can my speech diffuse, thy good intent may carry through itself for which I raise my likeness. Now banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may come thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labors.
Oh now, what art thou?
A very honest hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
Thou art as poor for a king as he is for a subject, thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Servants.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You?
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir, but you have that inner countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
So, authority.
What serves Kent?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly.
You, Sirrah, where is my daughter?
So please you.
What says the fellow there? Call the clodpole back. Oh, I think the world's asleep.
He says, my lord, your daughter's not well.
Why came the slave back not when I called him?
Sir, he answered me he would not.
He would not? I perceive the fault most fain neglect of late, and I'd rather blame it on mine own jealous curiosity than the possible pretense of disposition. I shall further look into it. Now, where's my fool? I've not seen him in 2 days.
Since my young lady's going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
Oh, well, no more of that. Go you and tell my daughter I would speak with her.
My liege.
Go you and call hither my fool.
Yes, my lord.
Oh my, who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father? My lord's knave, you slave, you awesome dog, you cur!
I am none of these, my lord. I beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks at me, you rascal?
I will not be struck in, my lord. Come, sir, arise, away. I'll teach you your differences. But away go too, if you measure your lover's length again. Tarry, but away go too.
Thou hadst earnest of my service. How now, my pretty girl, how dost thou?
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do!
Mark it, Nuncle. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Ride more than thou goest. Learn more than thou trowest. Set less than thou throwest, and thou shalt have more than 2/10 to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, Nuncle?
Why, no, boy, nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to. He will not believe a fool.
A bitter fool?
Dost know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet wife?
Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy other titles that thou wast born with, thou hast given away.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
I have used it, Nuncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them the rod, and putst down thine own breeches, they for son joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play bo peep, and go the fools among. Prithee, Nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie.
And you
I
lie?
would fain learn how to lie.
And you lie, sirrah, and will have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I had rather be any kind of thing than a fool, and yet I'd not be thee, sirrah. For thou hast pared thy wit of both sides and left nothing in the middle. Look, here comes one of the parents.
Oh, Goneril, methinks you are too much of late in the frown. Are you our daughter?
I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions, which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the horse draws the cart? Whoop, Jug, I love thee!
Is there any here who know who I am? Does Lear walk thus? Speak thus? Where are his eyes? Is there any here who can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright, as you were old and reverend should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows more like a tavern than a great palace.
Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend! That showed more than a sea monster than a grace daughter.
Pray, sir, be patient.
My men are of choice and rarest parts, who by every name of their worship portray the worships of their name.
My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant what hath moved you.
'Tis sharper than a serpent's tooth to have a thankless child. Away, away!
Do you mark that?
Oh, Goneril, I cannot be so partial.
Pray you, content. This man hath had good counsel, 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 knights. Yes, that on every drink, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike, he may guard his dotage with our powers and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say!
You may fear too far.
Safer than trust too far. Let me still take away the harm that I fear. Not fear still to be taken. I know his heart. What he hath uttered, I have written my sister. If she sustain it and his 100 knights, and I've shown unfitness. How now, Oswald? What, have you read that letter to my sister? Aye, madam. Take you some company and await a horse. Inform her full of my most particular fear, and thereto add such reasons of your own as they can pass before. Get you gone, and hasten your return.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving's better off, we mar what's well.
Go you before Gloucester with this letter, for my daughter of any command. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall there afford you.
I'll not sleep, my lord, till I've delivered your letter.
Shalt see thy other daughter will use thee kindly, though she is as like this as a crab's like an apple. Yet I can tell what I can tell.
What's that?
She will taste as like this as a crab does was to a crab.
How's that?
Yes, Knuckle, thou wouldst make a good fool. If thou wert my fool, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
What?
You should not have been old till thou hast been wise.
Sing, Victor.
And you, sir, I have been with your father, given him notice that the Duke of Cornwall and his Reagan, his Duchess, will be here within this night.
How comes that?
Nay, I know not. You have heard of the news abroad. I mean the whispered ones, for there are yet but ear-kissing arguments.
Not I. Pray you, what are they?
Have you heard of no likely wars twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You may do that. In time. Fare you well, sir.
The Duke be here tonight? The better, the best. This weaves itself perforce into my business, briefness, and fortune work. Brother, discern! Brother, I say! Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. You have now the good advantage of that. I hear my father coming. In cunning, I must draw my sword upon you. Draw. Seem to defend yourself. Now, would you well? Yield, come before my father. Light, war here. Fly, brother. Torches, torches. Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavor. I've seen drunkards do more than this in sport. Father, father!
Now, women, where's the village?
Let this way, sir, by no
Pursue him!
means.
Go after me! Go! By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. But seeing how lowly opposite I stood to his unnatural purpose, in fell motion, with his prepared sword he charged us home. My unprovided body lanced mine arm, and when he saw my fully alarmed spirits, full suddenly he fled.
Not from this land shall he remain uncaught. And found, dispatched, noble Duke, my master comes tonight. By his authority I proclaim it that he which finds him shall deserve our thanks, bringing the murderous coward to the state. And he that conceals him, death. Hark! The Duke's trumpets, I know not why he comes. Villain shall not escape, the Duke must grant me that. And of my land, loyal natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
How now, my noble friend? Since I came hither, which I can call but now, I've heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short, which can pursue that thunder. How doth, my lord?
Oh, lady, my old heart's cracked, it's cracked.
What, did my father's godson seek your life?
Lady, shame would it have hid?
Was he not companion with the righteous knights that tended upon my father?
He was of that consort.
No marvel then, though he were ill affected, 'tis they have put him on the old man's death, to have thou spent the waste of his revenue. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions, that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Edmund, I hear you have shown your father a childlike office.
He did betray his practice, receive this hurt you see striving to apprehend.
'Tis my duty, sir.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, you shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this sin so much commend itself, you shall be ours.
Shall serve you, sir, truly, however else.
You know not why we
Thus
come.
out of season, fretting dark-eyed night, occasions of Gloucester, of some poise, we heard me must have use of your advice.
I serve you, madam, your grace is our rival.
Good dawning to thee, friend. Art of this house?
Aye. Where may we set our horses?
It's the mire.
Why dost thou do me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats. A base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound, worsted-stocking knave. A lily-livered, action-taking, porcelain glass-eating, super-serviceable, binnacle rogue. One tall beat is a clamorous whining, if thou deniest the least syllable of the addition. Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou thus, to rail on one that is neither known of of thee, nor knows thee. What a brazen-faced varlet to deny thou knowest me. Draw, you go, for thou be the night the moon still shines. Draw! Away, away! I have nothing to do with thee. You come with letters against the king, and take vanity, the perfect part, against the royalty of her father. Draw, you rogue, also carve and honor your shanks. Draw, you rascal! Help! Help! Murder! Help!
How now? What's the matter?
Weapons on, what's the matter here?
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies, then strikes again.
What is the matter? From our sister and the king.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I have spared after of his grey beard. Thou whoreson said, thou unnecessary letter, spare my grey beard, you wagtail.
Peace, sirrah, you beastly knave. Know you no reverence?
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword, who bears no honesty, a plague upon your epileptic visage.
What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any.
How fell you out? Say that. What did he say to you?
Sir, his countenance likes me not.
No more, perchance. Tis mine, nor his, nor hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain, and I've seen better faces in my time than that stands on any shoulder before me at this instant.
You stubborn ancient knave, you reverend braggart. We'll teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn.
Fetch forth the stocks, as I have life and honor. There shall he sit till noon.
Till noon, till night, my lord, and all night too.
I do beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king is master of second for it. The king must take it ill that he, so slightly valued his messenger, should have him thus restrained.
My sister must have it much worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted for following her affairs. Put in his legs.
I'm sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray do not, sir. I've watched and traveled hard. Some time I shall sleep out. Give you good morrow.
The Duke's blaming this. 'Twill be ill taken.
All weary and overwatched, take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
Heard myself proclaim, by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place for guard, and most unusual vigilance does not attend my tape. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself. Then be thought to take the poorest and most basest shape that ever petter and contempt of man brought near to be. This country gives me proof and precedent of Bedlam beggars who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified arms. And wooden pricks, sprigs of rosemary, with this horrible object from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepcotes and milk. Sometimes with lunatic rants, sometimes with prayer to force their charity. Poor Turtley Cup. Poor Tom! And something yet. Edgar, I nothing am.
Strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Oh, that makes thy shame thy pastime?
Oh,
He wears full girders!
What horrible offense befall you to set thee in the stocks?
it is both he and she your son and daughter.
No.
Yes?
No, I say.
I say yea.
'Tis worse than murder to do such violent outrage. Oh, and you coming from us.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness's letters, came there a reading post from Goneril, his mistress's salutations, and meeting there the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine. Being the very man which of late I drew, he raised the house with cowardly cries, and your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffered.
Where is this daughter?
But the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not, stay here.
Mean you no more offense for what you speak of? None. How chance the king comes with so small a number?
And thou's question has put thee in the stocks.
Why, fool?
left for form. We'll pack when it begins to rain and leave thee in the storm.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stars, fool.
Would not speak to me. They are sick. They are weary.
Good lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how fixed and immovable he is in his own course.
Fiery? What quality? Oh, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Oh, my good lord, I have informed them.
Inform them. Dost thou know me, man? The king would speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife. Speak command, tend service, and I beat on thy chamber door till I cry sleep to death. Oh, my rising heart.
Hail to your grace.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Oh, beloved Reagan, she hath tied my shops with unkindness, like a vulture there. Oh, I can scarce speak to thee, O Reagan.
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation.
How's that?
Oh, sir, you are old. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your estate better than yourself. Therefore, I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged.
Ask her forgiveness? No, never, Reagan. She hath abted me of half my trade. Looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue. Oh, and you taking airs with lameness.
Oh, bless the gods. So you'll wish on me when the rash mood is on.
Oh, never, Reagan. Thou shalt never have my curse. That tender heart shall never give thee over harshness.
What trumpet's that?
I note to be my sister's. This approves her letter that she would soon be here.
Reagan, who stalked my servant, I have hopes that not in the know. Who comes here? Oh, heavens. Oh, Reagan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended?
Oh, your sides are too tough, Reagan. Goneril, how came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserve much less advancement.
You did?
I pray you, father, being weak seems so. If till the expiration of your month you go and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your men, then come to me.
Return to her, and 50 men dismissed? No, I'd rather abjure all roofs, become the enmity o' the air, necessity shall pinch, become the comrade of the wolf and the owl. Oh, you'd rather convince me to slave to something I digested brute.
Have your choice, sir.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. Oh, I can stay with Reagan and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? How in one house under two commands with so many hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible. If you come to me, I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
What need you 5 and 20? 10 and 5. Follow in a house where twice so many have command to 10.
What need 1?
What reason I give you? I gave
And
you...
in good time you gave it.
Oh, you gods! If you be would turn these daughters' hearts against thy father, no! I'll not weep! Oh, I'll have full cases of weeping, but not this heart! Oh, I shall break into 100,000 flaws! Oh, fool, I shall go mad!
Let us look wrong. It will be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and people cannot be well bestowed.
'Tis his own flame hath put himself from rest, and must needs take his holy.
For him particular, I receive gladly, but not one follower.
So I purpose. Where is my lord of Gloucester?
Follow the old man forth.
The king is in high rage.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
The last night does come on the hundreds of sorely ruffled. For many miles south, there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, for them, the willful men, the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My rank and counsels well. Come out, O thy storm.
Blow, rings, and crack your cheeks! Rage, blow!
Good knuckle, ask thy daughter's blessing. Here's a night that will pity neither wise men nor fools.
Rumble thy belly full! Spit fire, spout rain, no rain, wind, thunder, fire, my daughters! Oh, I
attacks you not, you elements, you ungreatness! I did not call you children, give you kingdom. You owe me no subscription. Oh, but you let fall your horrible pleasures on me. A weak, infirm, oh, despised man. Oh, how 'tis foul!
Alas, sir, are you here? The wrathful skies know the very wonders of the dark and make them keep their caves. Hard by here's a hovel. Some friendship will lend you against the tempest.
Oh, my wits begin to turn. Oh, art thou cold? Boy, I have one part in my heart that is sorry for thee. Oh, oh, bring us to your hovel.
Alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. I desired to leave that I might pity him, and took from me the use of mine own house, charged me on pain of credit pleasure not to speak of him, entreat for him, or in any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
There is a bit between the dukes and a worse matter than that. I received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. I've locked the letter in my closet. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There's a part of power already footed. You must incline to the king. I'll look him privily and receive him. Go you and maintain talk with the duke then. My charity be not perceived. There are strange things toward Edmund. I pray you, be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee shall the duke instantly know, and of that letter too. This seems a fair deserving, and draws me that which my father loses, no less than all. The younger rise when the old doth fall.
Here's the hovel, my lord. Bid my lord enter. The charity of the open night's too rough for nature to endure.
Will break my heart.
I'd rather... Good, my lord. Enter here.
Oh, you going first. You. This storm will not leave me time to ponder on things that hurt me more. Oh, you in, sir. I'll pray, then I'll sleep. Oh, spirits that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, thou houseless heads and unfed sides, how dost thou defeat from seasons such as these?
Very cold, sir.
'Tis a cold night upon thy moor. Where dost the men of the moor?
Don't know, sir.
Oh, Kent. Oh, Kent. Thou hast helped me on all of my journeys. Oh.
It's been a pleasure, my lord.
It's a cold one. Oh, what are we to do? Wouldst thou say nothing? Wouldst thou keep them all?
He hath no daughter, sir.
This cold night will turn us out. Take, O Salvi, obey thy parents. Keep thy words, youngster. Commit not one man's words back. Set not thy sweetheart on proud how to go.
Oh, thou hadst better in a crate than to answer these unfed sides to the extremities of the skies. Oh, come unbutton thee.
Prithee, nuncle, be contented. Here's a night that's naughty and please. Here comes a walking fire.
What saw you there, your names?
The Tom, the east, the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walnut, and the worm.
Peace out thee!
After embracing the better company, go with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey all your daughter's harsh commands.
Let me speak with my philosopher first. Tell me, what is your study?
To prevent the fiends and to kill the vermin.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him once more to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughter seek his death. If thou sayest the king goes mad, I'll tell thee, friend. I almost died myself. I had a son, now I love my blood. I love thee, friend. No father, his son dearer.
Oh, cry you mercy, sir! Noble philosopher, your company.
Info, into the hall, keep thee warm.
I still keep with my philosopher.
Good, my lord, soothe him. Let him take the fellow.
Taking you on.
Good, Sir Ralph, come on, go along with us.
I'll grow into the dark tower cave. Sword was still 5 and pump. I smell the blood of a British man.
Come, good thief.
Here, President Governor. Take it thankfully. I'll piece out the supper more edition I can. I'll not be long from you.
Let's give way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
I've heard of all 3 tells me. Your rose and anger in the lake of darkness. Pray innocent and beware the foul fiend.
Come sit here, most learned justice. Oh, you most sapient sir, sit there. Now we will see their trial. Bring in the evidence.
Let us deal justly.
Let us arraign her first. 'Tis Goneril. Her crime? Kick the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy. I took you for a joint stool.
Let us anatomize her. Stoop her. See what breeds black upon her heart. I entertain you for one of my 100. Though I do not let the fashion of your garments.
Come, sir, lie down and rest a while.
Make no noise. Draw the curtain. We shall go to supper in the morn.
My tears begin to take his part so much. They mar my counterfeit.
Hither, friend. Where's the king, my master?
Here, my lord, but disrupt him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend, I pity take him in thy arms. I overheard a plot of death upon him. There's litter ready. Lay him in it and drive towards Dover, friend, where thou wilt meet both welcome and protection. If thou shouldest die in even half an hour, his life and all those armed to defend him stand in assured loss. Take up and follow me. Thou wilt to some provision give thee quick conduct.
Come quickly. Come to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind.
When we are better see bearing our woes, we scarcely think our miseries are foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind. How light and portable my pain seems now, and that which makes me bend makes the king bow. The child is thy father, calm away. Mark the high noises, myself bereft. But will hap more tonight, safe scape the king. Lurk, lurk.
This is the letter he spoke of, which approves him in important parties the advantages of France. Oh heavens, that this treason were not I, the detector.
Go speedily to my lord, your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France is landed. Seek out the traitor Gloucester.
Hang him instantly.
Pluck out his eyes. Leave him to my displeasure. Edmund, keep you our sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitors while they're not fit for your beholding. How now? Where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath ridden hence. Some 5 or 6 and 30 of his knights are gone with him toward Dover, where they boast have well-armed friends.
Get horses for your mistress.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Edmund, farewell. Who's there? Traitor?
Ungrateful fox, 'tis he.
Bind fast his courtyard.
My friends consider you are mine. Yes, commit a foul play.
To this chair, bind
Hard,
fast.
oh filthy traitor.
Rightful lady as you are, I'm not.
Come, sir, what letters had you late from France?
I have a letter guessing me sent down to one of a neutral part, not of one of prose.
Cunning.
And false?
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Was that a
Because
charge?
I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor that fierce sister and his anointed flesh shake boarish fangs. But I shall see your winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it shalt thou never. Upon these eyes of thine I'll set my foot. Fellows, hold the chair.
No! No! No!
One side will mock another. The other too.
Hold your hand, my lord. I have served you ever since you were a child. A better service have I never done than now, sweet you.
How now, you dog?
If you did wear a beard upon your chin, I would shake it on this quarrel.
My villain?
Nay, come on, take the chance, mate.
Give me thy sword.
Ah!
A peasant stand up thus?
Blasted Seymour, prevent it not. Out vile Shelley.
Oh! Oh! Oh, starved and comfortless. Where's my son? Edmund!
Thou callest on him that hates thee. It was he that made the overture of thy treasons known to us, who is too good to pity thee.
My follies and Edgar was abused. Oh, God, forgive me that, and prosper him.
Go thrust him out of gates. Let him smell his way to Dover. How is it, my lord? How look you?
I received a hurt. Follow me, lady. Turn out that eyeless villain. Throw this slave upon the dunghill. Regan, I've need of pace. Ultimately comes this hurt. Give me your arm.
I'll never care what witness I do if this man comes to good. Let's follow the old earl and get the that lamp to lead him where it would. His roguish madness allow himself to anything. Go down. I'll fetch him flax and white spikes. We'll apply to his bleeding face. I'll have it help you.
Who comes here? They're poorly led. World, oh world, that thy strange mutations make us hate thee. Life would not yield to hate.
Oh, my good lord. I have been your tenant, your father's tenant these 4 years.
Good friend, be gone! Thy comforts can do me no good at all.
You cannot see your way.
I have no way and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. How now? Who's there?
'Tis poor Mad Tom.
Is it a beggar, man?
Madman and beggar too.
He must have some reason, else he would not beg. In the last night's storm I such a fellow saw. My son came then into my mind, and my mind was scarce friends with him.
Should this be? Bad is the trade that must play fool to sorrow, angering itself and others. Blessed be man.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Then prithee bring some covering for this naked soul, which I'll entreat to lead me.
I'll bring him the best apparel that I have. Come in it.
Sirrah, naked fellow, knowest the way to Dover?
Aye, master.
There's a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully over the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost spare with something rich about me. From that place I shall know leading need.
Be thy arm, poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband not met us on the way. Now, where's your master? Madam, within. But never a man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was, The worse, and told me I turned the wrong side out. What most teach a dislike seems to pleasant him. What like? Offensive. Back Edmund to my brother, hasten his musters and conduct his cowards. I must change names at once and give the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you are like to hear, if you dare venture in your own behalf, a mistress's command. This kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air.
Yours for the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester, oh, the difference of man and man. Madam, here comes my lord. I have been working with
Oh, Goneril, you're not worth the dust which Reuben blows in your face.
no more, the text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers not daughters. What have you performed?
Milk-livered man, Fred spreads his banners in our noiseless land, will plume at helm thy state begins to threat. Wilt thou, a moral fool, sit still and cries, alack, why dost you so?
See thyself, devil.
O vain fool!
Thou changed in self-covered thing. For change belongs to not thy nature.
This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister. One way I like this well, being widow and my Gloucester with her, may all the building in my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. Another way, snooze is not so well. I'll read and answer.
Why the King of France so suddenly gone? Back know you no reason?
Something he left in Perkins' state, which since his coming forth is most thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger that his personal return is most required and necessary.
Who hath he left behind him, General?
The Marshal of France, Monsieur Lafar.
Did your letters pierce the Queen to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, sir. She took them, read them in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was queen over her passion, who most rebel-like thought to be king over her.
Oh, so then it moved her.
Not to rage. Patience and sorrow strove, who should express her goodly is. You've seen sunshine and rain at once. Her smiles and tears like a better way.
It is the stars above us govern our conditions. Some time in concealment will wrap me up a while. When I am known aright, he will not grieve lending me his acquaintance. I pray thee, go along with me.
Alas, 'tis he! Search every acre in the high-grown field and bring him to our eye.
Good men, prepare are marching hitherward.
Our preparation stands in expectation of them. O dear Father, it is thy business that I go about. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
When are my brother's powers set forth? Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home?
No, madam,
What might import my sister's letters to him?
I know not, lady.
It was great ignorance, Gloucester's eyes being out, to let him live. Edmund, I think, is gone. In pity of his misery, he dispatched his knighted life. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I would rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband. She gave most speaking looks and strange Iliads to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
I? Madam,
I speak in understanding. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. And when she hears thus much from you, I pray you, call her wisdom, desire her. And when you hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him and cuts him off.
but I could meet him, madam. I should show what party I do follow.
When shall I come to the top of that same hill?
You climb up and now, look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible speak, hark to your good to see.
No, truly.
Why then your other senses grow imperfect, by your eyes angry.
Methinks the ground is even. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakest better phrase than thou didst.
Then you're much deceived. Nothing am I changed in my garments. Come, here's the place.
Set me where you stand.
Give me thy arm. You're now within a foot to the extreme verge. For all beneath the moon, when I not leap upright.
Let go my hand. Here, friends, now the purse. and it a jewel well worth the poor man's taking. Fairies and gods prosper with thee. Bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Fare thee well, good sir.
With all my heart. Oh, you mighty gods, this world do I renounce. Shake patiently my great affliction off, and if beggar live, oh, bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well!
On, sir. Farewell. Had he been where he thought, by this had thought him past. Come on, sir, speak. What are you, sir?
Away, let me die.
Thy life's a miracle, speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne. Look up a height, the shrill gorge lark so far cannot be seen or heard. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. These reckless deprived that benefit to end itself by death.
Give me thy arm. There. Feel you your legs, you stand.
Too up, too up.
Beyond all straight. Upon the crown of the cliff, what was that that parted from you?
A poor, unfortunate beggar.
As I stood here below, methought his eyes were two full moon. He had 1,000 noses. Horns waved and whelped like he had raged at sea. It was some fiend. Therefore think thou, happy father, that the clearest gods that make them honors and men's impossibilities have preserved thee.
That thing you speak of, I took it for a man. How often I would say the fiend, he led me to that place.
No, they cannot touch me for coining it, for I am the king himself.
I know that voice.
With that piercing silence.
Is it not the king? Come, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Dost thou know me?
I can see thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squinny at me? No eyes in your head, no money in your purse. Your eyes in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet, you know how the world goes.
I see it feelingly.
If thou wilt weep my fortunes, take thine eyes, for I know thee to be my friend, Gloucester.
Alack, alack the day.
When we are born, we cry, for we are set on to this great stage of fools. Oh, 'tis a good luck.
Oh, here he is!
What? No rescue, a prisoner? Oh, I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well, and thou shalt have a ransom. Get me my surgeon, so I can cut thy brains out.
You shall have anything.
Anything. No seconds, all for me. Oh, I am king, you know this, mistress.
You are a royal one and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. Oh, and you shall get it by running. So run, oh, sauce,
Now, gentlemen, you hear off the battle sword.
Busher and Boger. Everyone hears that, which can distinguish sounds.
How near is the other army?
Near and on speedy foot.
Thank you. That's all.
Oh, you ever faithful gods, let not my worser spirit tempt me again to end myself before you, please.
I'll pray you, Father. Come, I'll lead you to some writing.
A proclaimed prize, most happy. That eyeless head of thine was first free flesh to raise my fortune. Thou old, unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember. The sword is out. I must destroy thee.
I'll let that friendly hand put some strength enough to it.
Wherefore, bold peasant, darst thou support a published traitor? Let go, slave, or thou diest. Slave! Thou hast slain me! Villain, take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body. Give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Oh, untimely death! Death?
Is he dead?
Did you hear, Father? Rest you. Let's see you talk it. To know our enemies' minds, we must whip their hearts. There is nothing done if he return the conqueror. Then am I the prisoner in his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth whereof deliver me, supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, and for you her own venture. Goneril. No indistinguished space of woman's will can plot upon her virtuous husband's life. In the exchange, my brother. Give me thy arm, for oft methinks I hear a beaten drum. Come, Father, I'll bestow you with a friend.
Oh, you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abusing nature.
So please your majesty, that we may wake the king. He hath slept well.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed in the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Hi, madame. I have minutes of sleep for fresh garments on.
Please you, draw near. Louder the music there.
Oh, my dear father, restoration hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in their reverence made.
I am the dear princess.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
Thou art a soul in flesh, high bound upon the wheel of fire. Mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. Where did you die?
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hand in benediction over me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Methinks I am not in my perfect mind, for I am mainly ignorant of this place, and what garments do beseech me. Oh, me do things, me do things. Though I am as a man, know thee, you shall be my child, quite dear.
And so I am.
Pray, do not. Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Will please your highness walk.
Oh, bear with me. Forgive and forget, for I am old.
Know if the Duke of his last purpose hold, or whether he has been advised by aught to change the course.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Dear sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honor, love.
I never shall endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Our very loving sister, well bemet. Sir, this I heard. The king has come to his daughter with others whom the rig of our state forced to cry out. It touches us as France invades our land.
Combined together against the enemy, for these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
That's then determined with the ancient of war in our proceeding.
I shall meet you, sir, presently, at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
Ere your grace hath speak this man so poor. Hear me one word.
I'll overtake you, speak.
Before you fight the battle, oath this letter. When you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that can prove it is avenged there. If you miscarry, your business of the world hath such an end, and machination ceases. Fortune lover,
Stay till I have read the letter.
I was forbidden, but when time shall serve, let but the herald cry, and I'll appear again.
The enemy's in view. Draw up your powers.
We will greet the tide.
Some officers take them away. Good God, until their greater pleasures first be known, thou art to censure them.
For the oppressed king I'm cast down. Myself can else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we see these daughters and these sisters?
No, no, no. Come, let's away to prison. We shall sing like the birds in the cage.
Take them away. Come hither, Captain Hart. Take down this note. Go fall into prison.
I'll do it, my lord.
Mark, I say instantly, and carry it so as I have set it down.
Sir, you have the captives who were the opposite of today's strike. I do require them of you.
Sir, I thought it'd be fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed God. With him I sent the queen, who shall be ready tomorrow to appear where you shall hold your session. The question of Cordelia and her father require a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience.
My rights by me invested. He compares the best.
But for the most that we should husband you.
Jesters do oft prove prophets.
Mean you to enjoy it?
Stay yet, hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on count of treason, and in thine attain this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair sister, I barred in the interest of my wife. Let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous manifest and many treason, there is my pledge.
Sick, oh sick!
There's my exchange. What in the world he is to name me a traitor? Villain like he lies.
Those men are mine. How dare you say they are not?
My sickness grows upon me.
She's not well. Convey her to her tent. Herald, come hither and readest thou this paper.
Sound, trumpet!
If any man of quality or degree within the list of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he's a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense. Who are you? Your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
No, my name is lost. My treason's tooth bear not and canker bit. Yet am I as noble as the adversary.
What is that adversary?
Who's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself, what sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword. That if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Here is mine.
Ah!
What art thou that hast this fortune upon me?
I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. But I, my father, with his bleeding rings, their precious stones now lost, bled him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never, O false, revealed myself unto him until some half hour passed. When I was armed, I asked him for his blessing, and from first to last told him our pilgrimage. But his heart lacked too weak the conflict to support. Twixt two extremes of passion and joy, burst smiling.
Wheel has come full circle.
Help! Help! Oh, help!
What kind of help?
Speak.
What means this bloody night?
'Tis hot. It smokes. It came even from the heart. Oh, she's dead.
Who dead? Speak.
The lady, sir, your lady. And her sister by her is poisoned. She confesses it.
I was contracted to them both. The three now marry at this instant, but Edmund was beloved. The one the other poisoned for my sake, and after slew herself.
And comes with my master and king, Igon Knight. Is he not here?
Speak, Edmund. Where's the king? Where's Cordelia?
I pant for thy life. Some good I mean to do, despite my own nature. Take my sword, give it to the captain. He hath commission from me and thy wife to hang Cordelia in prison.
Aye, my lord.
Oh, you men of stones! If I had your eyes and ears, I'd use them so that heaven's gate may crack.
Is this
Now she's gone forever!
Is this the promised end?
Oh, sinister, she lives. If it be so, let it be a chance for all my prior sorrows to be revealed.
Oh, my good master.
I plague upon you! Murderers! Traitors, all! I could have saved her. Mine eyes are not the best, I'll admit.
Did fortune brag of two she loved and hated, one of them we behold.
Are you Kent?
The same, your servant, Kent.
He was a good man, always straight. You are welcome hither. Well,
No! No! No life! Why should a rat, a horse, a dog have life? And yet no breath at all. Oh, they come once more. Never! Never! Oh. Oh, the spiders. She lives. Her lips. Oh, her lips.
My lord, look up, my lord!
Vex not his ghost, but let him pass. He hates him upon the back of this tuffle. Stretch him out longer.
He is gone indeed.
Bear him hence a while. 'Tis a time of general woe.
Both was born most. We that are young never see so much, nor live so long.